What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching, and if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. We talk about psychology, neuroscience, human nature, and mental health. So today we're going to talk about the road to mastery as a pre-med student. So the number one step as a pre-med student to the road to mastery is becoming extremely self-aware. And what I mean by becoming extremely self-aware is you have to be a sort of intrinsic person. And I'm sure there's a balance, but you have to be intrinsic. And by intrinsic, I don't mean introverted. I mean, you have to keep good track of your thoughts. You need to be able to critique things that work, things that don't work. You have to dig down into your whys, like, why am I doing this? You know, because we've all gotten that bad test grade and you're like, that's it, you know, I'm not gonna be a doctor, I quit, you know, I'm dropping out of college, and it's just like one test grade, right? And so that's why it's important to, you know, when you fail, to go back into your mind and think, why am I doing this? What are the reasons? And you have your checklist of reasons of why you're doing it. And then those reasons should drive you to keep pushing and come back even stronger the next test. You know, when I fail a test, I am bummed, but after I think about it more and more, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna crush this next test. And that should be kind of the mindset that you have, because you have to be able to bounce back from failure. And so you have to be very self-aware of your cognition and what goes on in your mind, your belief systems, and if you're aware that maybe you have a bad belief system, like if you fail a test and you get like really sad and depressed, it's something that you could alter. You know, you can alter that. You know, you're not going to change your personality, but you could say, okay, why am I having these thoughts? You know, like, I can do this, I just need to maybe study more, find a better effective study pattern, find someone who got a good grade and see how they study. And so it's really kind of breaking things down, and that comes with self-awareness and being able to critique what worked and what doesn't work, and being able to improve from there, adapt. So number two on the road to mastery as a pre-med is learning to harness relationships. You know, there is a doctor, a surgeon, who actually says, if you want to go fast, and sprint, do it by yourself. Just do it alone, right? But if you want to go far and long, do it with a team. And that's so true, because it's like, you'll get burnt out if you try to do things alone. You know, studying, there was times where I've studied for like 6 hours, 7 hours, and I was like, dude, I am miserable. I hated my life. But then when you study with like 1 or 2 people, you know, this 5-6 hours, it makes it more enduring. You guys are on the same path, you guys have the same feelings about a teacher, or the test, or the curriculum, but you guys are learning together. And so working with the team, building a tight-knit group of maybe pre-meds or people that are wanting to go in the same field as you, and you guys are studying and pushing your limits, and it just makes it easier. Because if you try to do things alone, you know, it's just, pride is the fall of man, you know, right here. It's pride, right? It's like, you can't do things alone. You can for the short term, but in the long term, it'll catch up to you and you'll burn out. And it's also, you want to kind of suffer together, you know, through suffering creates bonds and friendships that will last forever, really. You know, I was in the military, and when I went through selection, it was like some of the worst, you know, like pain and like suffering in my life at the time when I was 18, going through selection. But I'm the closest with those people, because it's like I bonded with those people, I suffered, I bled, I cried, I did all these very intense emotional things with these people, because it's like we all suffered together. And so we built this really tight-knit group. To this day, I'm real close with those people. So find a group, you guys link together, and just stay, you know, we're gonna stick together, we're gonna carry each other through this, because if you want to go far, stick with the team. And so the number 3 thing that I wanted to talk about was, this kind of correlates to number 1 a little bit, about being intrinsic. but I think this also applies to extrinsic people as well, more so, because I think extrinsic people tend to do this more. But it's reviewing your goals and your vision of what it is you want to do. Because like I said, there are going to be times where you're just going to feel burnt out, you're going to feel sad, you're going to feel like overwhelmed, stressed, you're going to fail a test, and you're going to be like, I'm not going to be a doctor anymore. And it's just one test, but you have all these thoughts going through it, and it's important to review your goals, even when you're not in a stressful state or a sad state. Like, just review them daily. Just write them on a board, and every time you walk out your room, you see them. Even unconsciously, you just skim through them. And it's important because you'll always know why you're doing the things you're doing. Suffer now to reap the benefits later. And that one day, your future self, the self when you're 40, is going to look back at the person you are now and say, hey, thanks, dude. Thanks for putting in that work. Thanks for suffering. Thanks for, putting in the time so that I can be here. And so there is this relationship between your future self and your past self. And so be that person to think, I'm going to thank my past self one day. And so review those goals and just let them keep you motivated. And these are the 3 steps that really I felt were very important, that helped me keep on track and stay focused in school, and really knowing my whys of why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. Why am I suffering? Why do I not get to go out on the weekends? Why am I, having to work harder? And it's not like I don't have a life, but it does require sacrifice, and sacrifice needs to be made to accomplish big things in your life. So don't forget to review those things. But thanks guys for watching this video. I know it's kind of short, but please subscribe, like, comment, share if you would like, if you think this video would help somebody. I love making these videos for you guys. It's just things that I've experienced that help me. I just like to share them with you guys. So I'll see you later.